Hi guys, and welcome to another quick devcast. Today I am going to talk about the new updates to the Vertex Color Painter. We use this tool extensively, so there are a lot of updates coming, and I want to show you some of them. Maybe you have any questions or feedback that will help us as well. Most of these are things that our guys really needed, and I hope you find them cool if you are using the painter. So let's jump right into it. As you can see, in the latest version 0.3, I did a lot of updates on the on the information as well, similar to the instance painter. So you know what each shortcut does, because it was kind of like you had to know them from my videos to know what the Ctrl did and what left mouse did, or some of the like the fill stuff. There is a lot of them, like selecting submeshes and so on. So now you can see all of that. So some of the new things are you can now pick colors using the control. So if you are painting stuff, you can pick colors and paint from them. Additionally, there are some new tools, or a single tool that has a multiple uses. It is a color tool, because our guys need to, for example, repaint stuff, but they just want to recolorize them. And if you have just a lot of submeshes with the single color, it's easy to like repaint it using the fill tool, where you can just select submesh and change the color and so on. But we are using gradients between the vertices as well, and that can get messy, especially if you have a gradient and you just want to recolorize the top of the gradient, and you had to paint, especially if it's some specific vertices, you need to paint them with a new color. So now with this new tool, you are working with colors. You are not working with the meshes or the vertices or the submeshes and so on. You are just working with the colors. So if I want to, for example, change this color, I can pick it with the control. So it's selected, and I can recolorize this color to a different one. So just I'm working with color. The color painter knows in the background what vertices use this color, and it will automatically change them. I can also lock this to a submesh. So for example, if I have the same color inside, which is not the case in my scene, but if I have the same color in different submeshes and I want to recolorize the color on a single submesh, I can lock this to a submesh, lock this operation to a submesh. Also, if you just don't want to pick the color this way and work with that, also for example, if you have some kind of like very complex stuff, you can work with the palette directly, and that is this color editor. It's simple UI for now. I may change it in the future, but this is enough for current usage. It will automatically show you all the colors that are inside this mesh, and you can recolorize them directly here. So for example, if I want to recolorize this one, I just click it and I can change the color. It will automatically change all the vertices that have this color in the scene. This is the rocks there, or the color, the ground, and so on. So this is very quick to use for if you, for example, you want different mood and so on. And there are some other changes. One of them is that I removed the isolate stuff functionality for different reasons. One of them was that there was seemed to be a problem with some of the APIs on non-Windows platforms. Let's say, for example, on Mac especially. And the other issue, which was a bigger issue, was that the API and how it was used, for example, overdraw the gizmos themselves. So if you had the isolated mesh and you were painting for like this, you didn't see this gizmo for the painter because the mesh was overwriting or overdrawing the gizmos and so on. So I will think about the isolation. No one used it, so that's why I removed it for now. I may introduce it later. And one more feature that I added is closest point painting. What this does is it's enabled but now, but I will disable it. It is, if you can, if you see, let's say I switch to wireframe so we can see this one. Let's say you paint here. I'm painting now, I'm pressing the mouse, but it will not paint anything because it will basically, what paint does is detects vertices inside the brush radius, and there are no vertices inside the brush radius. The closest vertex is here and here and here, obviously. So if I'm painting here, it doesn't do anything. I need to go here and paint. So I came up with this tool because as I used it myself, this feature didn't come from any feedback. As I used myself, it was like, okay, but I want to paint even though I'm not painting on the vertices. And I know that some of you might find this strange, but some of you might find this helpful. That's why I did this using a toggle. So I will enable closest point, and what it does, it automatically paints the closest vertex to the mouse hit, even though it's not inside the brush. So if I go like this, I'm painting the closest vertices. So let me know what you think about this new feature, and I hope you will find it useful. So that's the version 0.3, and I will be releasing it tomorrow. So also I changed the versioning. As you know, that the versioning for 0.1.1.2.3 and so on. Now I switch it to the versioning similar to Dash animation system because now I am leaving this last number for fixes. So if I will be working, for example, on new features for the 0.4, I will let this 0.3 version be open to fixes, so I can release fixes to 0.3 without going to 0.4 version. So there may be 0.4 in the works and still a release cycle for 0.31, 0.32 and so on. This is how I will version all my tools in the future. So thanks for watching, and any feedback is welcome.